Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God chapter 477. Yeah, super excited to read this week and see what we're getting into. We have Bomb and Karaka going up against Kallavan, which is crazy. I still think that White's probably going to interrupt that. Now, White as a character might be used for something else this arc, but I get the feeling he's going to interrupt that fight. We still have stuff going on with Dowon and Cha, with Yuan Sung and Chonhee, with a lot of different characters, the Baylord siblings and all that. So there's still a ton going on this arc, and I feel like we're not even like, this stuff is good, and this stuff is going to be good right now, but we're not even to like, when things like what I'm really excited for, this is the second defensive wall. Once we get to the third wall, or once we get to the nest itself, that's when, like, who knows what's going to happen. Are we going to have family heads showing up? Are we going to have other slayers showing up? I doubt Wall Hike Song will get involved, but I mean, I guess it's a possibility, really. Even though I highly doubt it. Like, there's just a lot that's still going to happen once we get further in than just this. Also, there's the fact that's going on. I kind of wanted to make a theory video on it, but I don't know if I really will. But somebody got in my comments got me thinking last week or about something that I've been thinking for a while now, and I actually finally voiced it in the comments that I think that Yul and Kel's boss, the guy who's in charge of them, is probably going to be the snake branch leader of the Lopobia family, because we've seen the snake is here at the nest, but also Yul is the snake guy, of course. We heard that they had connections to Zahard when we first met them, so it's weird that they're working for FUG, but what really makes me think that is whoever their boss was told Bomb that Ha Jinsung was being kept at the nest and told him where the nest was and all that. How would some random person know where they're keeping Jinsung? So it feels like an inside job to me. So I think Snake Guy, Snake Branch Leader, is actually helping Bomb's group. But either way, that was kind of a weird tangent to start off this video with, so sorry about that. But let's get into reading. Alright. We got 477, Season 3, Episode 60. Dowon, clear a path for us. Otherwise, everyone will get trapped in the wall and die. Are you deaf? I said they're holding our friends as hostages. You guys should just leave. No, we can't. There's no way to stop this. There's no way to stop this fight. Have you forgotten we used to be against Zahard's army? Of course not. That's why I'm blocking you. How are you even alive, though? Why'd you come here? Why did I come here? To fight Zahard's forces, of course. I see. So you didn't come here to see me. And she attacks. Okay, and, like, this is kind of comedic, but also it would be interesting, too. She just wants the war to stop. She wants the fighting to stop, so she should also be thinking, damn, you woke up and went straight back to being a soldier to fight in these wars. And then he dodges out of the way. I mean, of course that was also part of the reason. Aren't you sick of fighting? Okay, so yeah, here it is. She's going to get into that. Aren't you sick of fighting? Just look at this world. Nothing's changed even after all that time. We fought for nothing. We destroyed and tormented the people around us to get revenge. I still really like her design. Like, her hair looked kind of like Kane's. I kind of liked Kane's face and hair design better. But the way, like, the bottom of her dress swirls around and looks like Shinzu, I think is super cool. And in the end, we didn't make anyone's lives any better. Dowon. Hench. Before sealing myself in the wall, I met a man. He told me... Okay, so we're getting more about this guy. He told me about that Slayer candidate boy, so I asked him, will that boy be able to go down a different path from Zahard? Then he thought for a second and said, only time will tell. I've known Zahard for a very long time. He didn't used to be the way he is now. Who is this man? Is he another one of the princes? Are the princes a part of Zahard? So much mystery. That's when I realized nothing would change, even if some kind of savior appeared in the tower like our master said. He would spill rivers of blood, and even if he took power, he'd just end up becoming a monster like Zahard. Everyone changes when they seize power. It may happen differently for everyone, but it's always the same thing. It was only after leaving the battlefield that I realized. I must have also seemed selfish to some people out there. While I was fighting Zahar's forces to avenge my parents, so many helpless people died waiting for this fight to end. Fighting won't change anything, so we might as well just stop. If nothing changed, or even during all that time I was asleep, if that's really human nature, I'd rather just give up on all that fighting and live a normal, decent life. I just want to forget about all that crap, like revenge or a greater purpose or whatever, and travel with my friends, have good food together, call my family sometimes, meet good people, fall in love, and just have a normal life, Cha. And that was, man. 52nd floor versus oh, I got chills, versus Kallavan rather than a rough war. 1. That was a really good intro. Alright, so we're seeing the Shinsu. It looks like it might be Bomb's orb. I'm surprised he learned to use orbs in such a short amount of time. And 3 of them hit that. This is going to be great. I really want to see Burnt Chestnut again. Very impressive. I'm putting everything I've got into this attack. And he goes in with another one of those 5 dragons looking attacks. But then Kallavan just uses his bomber to block it. Oh, another thing mentioned in my comments. Sorry, I forgot to look up before I recorded this who it was so I could chat you out. But somebody brought up too that Kallavan was using his abilities not just to block the Shinwan Ryu, but also the World of Darkness. So the fact that he didn't use it on either of their physical attacks, their flare wave explosions, but he used it to block Shinwan Ryu and used it to block Karaka's World of Darkness, says that Karaka's World of Darkness also must be able to hurt him. Even, we don't know if it's enough to hurt him because it's just so freaking powerful, or if it's enough to hurt him because it's also something that breaks the normal rules of Shinsu defense. So that's really interesting. But yeah, I hadn't even thought about it that way, that he also blocked that attack instead of ignoring it. And now we're seeing some of Bomb's attacks coming through. He broke through? How the hell? I didn't think Veil's Shinsu was strong enough to break through an explosion like that. And now Kallavan is just... It looks like he's going to stand there and tank it from this panel. It's a good looking panel though. It's not his power, it's his stamina. Not even that explosion stopped him. He just keeps drawing Shinsu from those orbs. It's almost like he's got unlimited Shinsu, and of course it was the theory that Yuan Sung worked out. Here comes round 2. And he fires again. How cute. Okay, so that's interesting. He let it hit him to check. Okay, it's not his power. His power isn't enough to really hurt me. It's that he can just keep using Shinsu. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to turn your back on your enemy? And he's using those dark orbs again. Karaka-style Shinsu control skill, World of Darkness. So he uses it again. Field of Destruction. Fire. Don't stop. Hold him down. Okay. Yuan Sung style Shinsu control. Oh, I love it. Is this his Maelstrom? Blue Steel Wave. Okay, so no, it's something new. I don't think he's used that one. Ah, this is really, really cool. This is it. Use your power. Alright. Orb, Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. Stardust. That's really cool. I like it a lot, not only how they're working in conjunction, but how it's actually smart. They're fighting against an opponent with insanely high defense, so they use Bomb's pretty much unlimited stamina to keep trying to hold him in place, along with Karaka's World of Darkness, which might be able to hurt him, and then go in for a striking attack with the Shinwan Ryu, or Black Hole Sphere. Now we see Bomb is panting. The Shinsu clears, and he's still just standing there. Menacingly. There's not even a scratch on him. How tough is this guy? And it looks like he might be using Essence of Bravery, but the color looks a little different from last station, it feels like. Impressive. That last attack managed to break through the Essence of Bravery and cut me. Okay, he has a cut on his wrist. One of them is weak but deadly, and the other's tough, but not a lethal threat. Which of them should I deal with first? And I like that we're seeing Kallavan's internal thoughts too. Wait, What's there to think about? Those two aren't going to give up on each other. Crap. Oh, so if he attacks one, maybe he can draw the other one in? Karaka. Alright. And he goes in to attack Karaka more. Stop! And Bomb starts coming in. Stay back, Viol, it's a trap. Okay, so he knows that if he wails away on the tougher opponent, then the weaker but deadlier one will come in to try to help him, so he can draw in the opponent that he can actually deal the heavy damage to. And Bomb, it looks like the Thorn's activating and the Red Thriss is coming out. And they both punch around each other. Bomb spits up blood, though. I knew you'd come running to him. I can't believe you'd risk all those people's lives just to save one person. You're such a fool, Juvial Grace. Gosh, I really freaking love Kallavan as a villain. Some people in Fug may think that you've got what it takes to be the greatest king since Lord Zahard, but you're not like him at all. You've got no right to be king. Oh, and he's bleeding a lot more than I thought. If someone as easily shaken as you ever took power, it would only add to the chaos in this world. That's why I'm just going to finish you off right now. And it looks like Karaka's holding him back. Karaka, he thinks. Lethal move. Armor tree strike. Oh? And it looks like he might be able to block it. It looks like the armor's just breaking off of him. It'll be interesting, though, if Karaka's, like, what he looks like. If his appearance gets revealed, what Cha and Dowon might think if Karaka looks like the guy that they saw. Alright. And it seems like it tore off his clothes, though. And it maybe scratched him up a little, but not that badly. Because it looks like he might have a scratch on his face, too. The life of a king. I love this. This is just like his "you're too weak" moment, or him grabbing Jinsung's hands. The life of a king is a heavy responsibility. It means having everyone beneath you serve and worship you. And he goes in for a punch. Lord Zahard is different from you. Alright, and it looks... Bomb might be getting out of the way here. That's Bomb down there, and that's Karaka's tree there. It's kind of hard to tell, though. But yeah, it looks like Bomb might be getting away from it and dodging it. He sees everyone aside from himself and the 10 family leaders as completely equal, so he doesn't care if he loses a few of his subjects. Unlike you, he doesn't let himself get distracted from the big picture. He's solemn and tranquil. You can't be unique like him. Jeez, I freaking love just how deadpan Kallavan gets with this. You're just an ordinary person, with no right to have anyone sacrifice themselves for you. Alright, now we have Bomb yelling. Oh, is he going to stop him with the reverse flow control? Oh, but it looks like the bomber still goes off, even though he tries to stop him. And now he's looking down. Karaka. Did he just deflect my punch? Ah, Karaka grabbed his arm. That's great. We see it all coming in. You're right. Like you said, maybe I'm not great enough for anyone to sacrifice themselves for my sake. Maybe that's why I still make stupid choices, even when so many people's lives are on the line. I don't care, or I don't know anything, and I like this too, because he said at the beginning of the arc he didn't care if he had to sacrifice himself for somebody else's sake, so the opposite of that. I don't know anything about being a king, and I'm not so aloof that I can pretend like I don't care about all the people who have died. I'm foolish, and I can't do everything by myself. I'm just another ordinary person, but any other ordinary person would have come here to save their master like me. They wouldn't run away and leave behind someone they care about. So, you guys are the ones sacrificing soldiers just to stop what's right. That's why I'm gonna keep going. I may be foolish, and a lot of people may lose their lives, but someday, those people will all come together and overthrow that corrupt king of yours. 25th bomb, transcendental skill. Oh, it's gonna be Endless Sky again, isn't it? And it looks like both sides of the thorn, or both fragments of the thorn, are activating. Kallavan looks surprised. Twin wings. Black and white wings. Okay, so is this going to be like... Okay, so no, it's a flare wave explosion. Okay, different. Flare wave explosion. I don't know if we saw this one during the fight with Sahard. Serviole. And we have everybody getting blown back. Alright. And Bomb's still holding on to his arm. And we see the blood as he's slipping off from it. I felt that attack in my whole body. But too bad. It was just a little bit too weak. Freaking Kallavan! You would have taken my arm right off if that attack went just a bit deeper. It was my fault for letting you attack me while Karaka was holding me back. The way he just freaking ignores being attacked all deadpan. He's a freaking monster, and I love it. He's like a horror movie villain. I'll be honest, I underestimated you. But with that slight miscalculation just now, you lost your chance to distract me, and your last chance to survive this. I admit, you're certainly powerful enough to be a threat to Lord Zahard in the future. That's why I have to finish you off now. And he goes in for an attack. Oh, is Dowon gonna stop him because of what Bomb said then? Dowon making the turnaround real quick here. Yeah, it looks like Dowon is saving him. Same with Karaka pulling him away. It looks like maybe Karaka's pulling him away as Dowon maybe holds the attack in from hitting him. And we have Bomb still pretty injured. These leaves, thinks Kallavan. Dowon, did you change your mind, says Cha. Cha's like, wow, that was easy. No, I'm still going to fight to stop this war, but I just don't think it's necessary to kill that boy. Can't we just let him go? Freaking horror villain Kallavan. How fickle. But sorry, I can't do that. Now that I've personally experienced how strong he is, and we see the Shinsu coming off of his arm, we end this here. Okay, every panel I'm like, are they going to cliffhang me? Are they going to cliffhang me? And now we have an explosion going off at his arm, it looks like. Or no, maybe that's just still him charging up. What should I do? I'm pretty sure Kallavan would start attacking properly now, since he now knows that I can actually hurt him. He can't just continue to rely on others, or I can't just continue to rely on others and keep avoiding his attacks. I need to block him myself, and we're seeing Bomb's idea of his power. There must be a way to defend against his attacks, just like Karaka's armor. I must find it. I must pull it out of myself. Oh, and it looks like the blue horn is materializing, and we remember before he refused to take the blue Thrissa's power because he didn't trust it. The heck? What is that? Is it a shield? Oh, are we gonna have Blue Thrissa transformation then? Blue Thrissa, level 2 transformation, blue shield. Okay, so this is really interesting. How he's using something we've already seen him using with the red Thrissa, but it also has sort of the character connotations that maybe this might not be a good choice because the blue Thrissa seemed extra sketchy. Okay. At the same moment, between the fleets by the barrier wall. Alright, we're seeing something else. Jeez. Hey, you'll regret this. Do you have any idea how risky this is? Not that I mind risks, of course. Shut up. Before I break the spell, we can't let our guard down for even a second. Haku, what's going on? What happened to the branch leader? Did you find the sniper? Well, the branch leader fused himself with the Windbird and is on a rampage, so I don't think we can stop him right now. I think the core is in its head, but none of our attacks are working. As for the sniper, I ran a search in the direction Evankel gave me, but it's strange, there's too much debris in the way. No way anyone could have sniped from there. Alright, let Isu handle the search. I've got a plan, so tell him to make sure he finds the sniper. Bomb's in a fight to the death with Kallavan. We've got to beat them, and get White's power back to what it was in his prime. Okay. Oh my god, Tower of God merch now available. I've got to get some. Even though it looks like just a t-shirt with a square print on it. Still, I've got to get some. I got to go look and see what they have. Alright, this is interesting. One thing I love about this is Bomb's regular teammates actually getting to do something. I like that they're allowed to play a role right now. That's something that I'm really liking. But yeah, that is it. Gonna end this. It's 20 minutes. It's gonna take me a little bit of a while to get it up, and I'm already recording it like Monday afternoon after getting out of the shower. I'm just running late today. So yeah, I'm running really late. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. I was thinking I'd be done with this entire video by this point in the day, honestly. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. If you want to, you can follow on Twitter as well. I have a ton of other Tower of God videos coming, both from the anime and the manhwa. I'm planning to do a review of this chapter tomorrow. I know I said last week I would do last week's, but I didn't get around to it, so I really, really want to make sure I do this week's to get back on the weekly review stuff. Plus, I still need to post last week's episode reaction and catch up to reviews on the anime as well. So lots of Tower of God stuff coming. I might also do my favorite characters video this week. Tons coming. And I have a bunch of videos planned after the favorite characters one. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, though, too, it's patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, and a link will be in the description. It really helps ensure that those videos do actually get to come in the future and that I can keep making videos. So if you want to support there, it's super, mega appreciated. But either way, that is it. Thank you just for watching, being a part of the community, and I'll see you all next time.